Welcome to the Speak Life Project. Before the world tries to define you, let me first remind you of who I am and who I have always been. Today, I want to speak to the part of you that refuses to stay the same. Let my spirit renew your mind and awaken the fire I put inside you. I am the beginning and the end. I am the first breath of creation, the word that spoke the stars into place. In the beginning, I spoke, and light shattered the silence. Before the earth spun on its axis, I had already dreamed of you. I am the one who chose you before the foundations of the world. As I said through my servant Paul in Ephesians, I set my love upon you long before your story began. I am the author of time, the God who spans eternity. From everlasting to everlasting, I am. Nothing begins without me, and nothing finishes outside of my hands. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the one who writes your story with wisdom and weaves every chapter with purpose. I began the good work in you, and I will be faithful to complete it. I was there when you took your first breath, just as I was there when I breathed life into Adam, and I will be there when you take your last. But even that will not be the end. For those who are in me, death is not a closing chapter. It is the beginning of glory. I walk with you through every season, every twist in the road. I see every detour, every delay, and I waste none of it. When you feel lost in the middle, I am still writing. And when the final page turns, I will be the voice that says, "Well done, my beautiful child." I see what you cannot. You may only see this moment, but I see the masterpiece. As I said through Isaiah, I declare the end from the beginning. Nothing catches me off guard. I hold your past with mercy, your present with grace, and your future with unshakable hope. The plans I have for you are still good. They've always been good. I am the beginning and the end. I do not change. I do not waver. And I will never leave the story unfinished. I am the lifter of your head. I see you when your shoulders are heavy, when your gaze is fixed on the ground, weighed down by the pressures no one else sees. But I didn't call you to live bowed in shame. I didn't breathe life into you so you would walk crushed by the weight of fear or failure. I am your shield, your glory, the lifter of your head. That's what I told David when he was surrounded, betrayed by those closest to him. He cried out to me, and I answered him from my holy mountain. I have not changed. I am the one who lifts your eyes. When your knees feel weak and your heart feels tired, I come close and place my hand beneath your chin. Look up, my daughter. Look up, my son. I'm not ashamed of you. I'm not disappointed in you. I'm not waiting for you to get it all right. I am near to the brokenhearted. I bind up wounds you forgot you even had. Remember how I met Elijah in the cave. Not with fire or an earthquake, but with a whisper. I lift you the same way. Not with force, but with presence. I sing over you when you can't speak. I rejoice over you while you sleep, and when the world tells you to hang your head, I remind you who you are. You are not a mistake. You are not a lost cause. You are not too late. Lift your head, not in pride, but in confidence, not in your strengths, but in mine. I am the lifter of your head, and I always will be. I am the fire that goes before you. I know the places that terrify you, the roads you've avoided, the decisions you've delayed, the silent prayers you've whispered in the dark, because part of you wonders if I'll really show up when it matters most. I know the battles that rage beneath your skin, the ones no one else sees. I've heard the questions echoing in your heart. Will I make it through this? Will I have what it takes? Will God still be there when everything falls apart? And I want you to hear me clearly. I was there before the struggles began, and I will be there when they end. I am not waiting at the finish line. I am in the fire with you, and I am also the fire that goes before you. I move ahead to confront what you're afraid to face, to prepare a way where there was no way, to burn through the confusion, the fear, the resistance. When I led my people out of Egypt, I didn't lead from behind. I appeared before them as a pillar of fire in the night, a burning presence that could not be ignored, a light that made even the wilderness a place of purpose. I did not ask them to walk where I had not already gone, and I will not ask that of you. You see, every fear you've been carrying, I've already confronted it. Every wall that feels immovable, I'm already breaking it down. I don't send you into battle alone. I go first. I set the rhythm of your victory. Yes, there will be fire. Yes, there will be pressure. But it will not destroy you. It will refine you. Because my fire does not come to consume you. It comes to consume what was never meant to remain. I burn away the lies that told you you're unworthy, the fear that whispered you were not enough. I am not only the fire that purifies your heart, I am the fire that lights the way. So step forward, even if your hands tremble and your voice shakes. Not because you are fearless, but because you are not alone. You are following fire. I am the fire that goes before you, and I will not let you be overcome. I am the God who sees you. You've learned how to hide well, behind responsibilities, behind a smile, behind the fear that if people really knew what was going on inside, they might walk away. You've wondered if anyone actually notices the weight you carry, if anyone truly sees what you're walking through. But I do. I see you when no one else does. I see the long nights where you hold it together for everyone else. I see the questions that haunt you when the noise fades. Am I loved? Am I known? Do I even matter? You are not invisible to me. You never were. I am the one who holds your future. I know how the unknown can make your heart race, how the what-ifs start to stack up. What if I fail? What if I miss it? What if it all falls apart? But I need you to hear me. Your future is not a mystery to me. It's not a gamble. It's not hanging by a thread. I don't just see what's ahead. I'm already there. I go before you, preparing the road beneath your feet, even when it looks uncertain. I told my people through Jeremiah, I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you a future and a hope. That wasn't just a nice promise for them. It's still my heart for you. You may feel stuck, delayed, behind, but I do not measure time the way you do. What looks like waiting to you is working to me. Every step, every closed door is being woven into something greater than you can see. When Joseph sat in a prison cell, it looked like everything had gone wrong. But I was positioning him for something greater than he could have imagined. What others meant for evil, I turned for good. You do not need to have it all figured out. So rest, child. You don't have to be afraid of what's coming. Your future isn't in your hands. It's in mine. I am the one who holds your future, and I will never let it slip through my fingers. I am the voice in the wilderness. I know this place may feel empty, like no one sees you here. No comfort, no map, just silence and survival. You've prayed for open doors, and all you've heard is wind. You've looked for direction, and all you've seen is more sand. And maybe you've started to wonder, did I lead you here, or did I leave you here? But I have not abandoned you. I was the voice that cried out through John the Baptist in a barren land, not from a throne, not from a stage, but from the wild. He didn't preach from comfort. He prepared the way from the edge of survival, and it was there, in the dust and silence, that I declared my arrival. And now, I am doing the same with you. You may feel forgotten, but I'm forming something sacred in the quiet. You may feel overlooked, but I'm teaching you to hear me without distraction. You may feel undone, but sometimes I have to strip away the noise before I can rebuild the foundation. The wilderness is painful, yes. It exposes your fears. It confronts your idols. It pulls things to the surface you'd rather keep buried. But it also prepares you. This is where I make your hearing sharp. This is where I teach your spirit to recognize my whisper. This is where you learn to walk, not by sight, not by comfort, not by applause, but by my voice alone. I know the ache. I feel it with you. But I also know the call. And I'm calling you up from this place, not to bypass the wilderness, but to meet me in it, to know me in a way you never could when everything felt easy. This is not where your story ends. It's where your voice begins. Because those who have heard me in the wilderness are the ones I send to prepare the way for others. I am the voice in the wilderness, and I am still speaking, even here, especially here. I am your anchor in the storm. When life starts to unravel, when everything that once felt secure begins to shift beneath your feet, I know how quickly fear can rise. Not just the fear of what's happening around you, but the fear that somehow you won't survive what's happening inside you. The thoughts that spin faster than you can catch them. The doubts that creep in when the future looks unclear. The ache of wondering if you're enough to hold it all together. But I didn't ask you to hold it all together. That's my role. You don't have to be the calm in the chaos. You don't have to be the one with all the answers. I am the steady hand beneath your uncertainty. I am the quiet strength in your shaking. I am the anchor when the waves rise and the night closes in. When the storm surrounds you, you don't need to panic. You're not drifting aimlessly. I have you. This storm may test you, but it won't define you. Your identity isn't wrapped in your ability to stay strong. It's grounded in who I am for you when you feel weak. I've calmed storms with a word before, and I still do. But sometimes, instead of stopping the winds, I hold you steady through them. And in doing so, I show you something deeper. That your peace is not tied to your circumstances. It's tied to me. The world may not see how you're still standing, but I do. I see every quiet choice to trust me. I see the way your heart clings to hope even when it hurts. And I call that courage. So breathe, child. You are not being tossed aside. You are being carried through. I am your anchor in the storm, and I am not letting go. I am the one who goes with you into battle. There are things I have called you to do that are far bigger than your strength. Assignments that stretch your soul. Battles you didn't choose, but ones I've entrusted to you. This isn't just about surviving hard things. This is about becoming the kind of man or woman who looks like me in the middle of them. Joseph knew that battle well. Misunderstood. Betrayed. Forgotten. He could have given up. He could have compromised. But he chose something harder. He chose to walk in integrity when no one was watching. And I was with him. Not just when the palace doors opened, but when the prison cell closed. That's where real strength is forged. When no one sees. When the rewards are far off. When obedience costs you something. And then there's my son, Jesus. The night before the cross, he felt the full weight of what I was asking of him. He didn't pretend it was easy. He wept. He wrestled. He asked if there was another way. But in the end, he chose surrender. He chose the battle. Not because he wanted pain, but because he trusted my purpose. I never call you into battle alone. I never ask you to fight in your own strength. I stand beside you. I fight within you. When the weariness sits heavy on your chest, when you're doing the right thing and it still feels like you're losing, that's where I show you that my grace is not a concept, it's power. The battle is not the evidence of my absence. It's the evidence of your calling. So don't shrink back. Don't let your armor rust in the corner. And don't buy the lie that you're alone in the fight. I am the one who goes with you into battle. And when you stand, heart trembling but spirit firm, I stand with you. And when you fall, I lift you. And when you win, I crown you with my joy. The war is real, but so is my presence. So is my strength. So is my victory. I am the one who sings over you. Before you ever spoke a word, I was singing over you. Long before you ever performed, achieved, failed, or feared, I was already rejoicing in who I made you to be. You don't even know the sound of it yet, but my song has always been there. A melody of delight, a rhythm of grace, a voice that never stops declaring, "You are mine." When you were a child, full of wonder and dreams, I sang of destiny. When you grew older and the world started speaking louder, telling you who to be, what to fear, I never stopped singing, even when you couldn't hear me, even when you walked away. In the silence after your biggest mistakes, my voice didn't turn to shame. I am not the voice of comparison. I am not the noise of fear. I am not the pressure to perform. I am your Father, and I sing over you with joy. Not because you've earned it, but because I love you, because you are mine, because I see something in you that reflects me. When you rise in the morning, my song greets you. When you lie down in exhaustion, my song covers you. When the world tells you you're not enough, listen closely, because that's when I sing the loudest. So here's what I'm asking now. Tune your heart to my song. Turn down the volume of the world and let my melody rise. Sing back, speak life, declare truth over yourself, over your family, over your future.